Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Well, there's little new to say about this man. Majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his countrymen. He is footballing royalty. The man is, of course, Michel Platini.
Well, Peter, I don't think I've seen a better all-round attacking midfielder. Certainly not in Europe. He is very close to being the perfect number 10. OK, people may say he lacks a little bit of stamina and defensive contribution.
And he's let fly! Now it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. And it's Ferdinand. Hernes. Seedorf. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o is flagged offside. Van Dijk. Now Rafael Varane. Araujo. And it's Michel Platini. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's forced to go back. Araujo. Ibrahimovic does really well to win the ball there. Throw in. Botafogo yet to have an attempt on goal. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Botafogo always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
Hernes. Eto'o. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, what has happened here? Lahm plays it in. And he's there to clear it. Vieira. Oh, it's come loose. And Araujo. Platini. Rummenigge. That pass isn't the best. Good running, strong and purposeful. And here's Eto'o. Takes a shot! It's hit the crossbar. Played in, and one more try! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And it's Michel Platini. Can he get onto this? Nesta. Can he get on the end of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passing is crisp and sharp. Out towards the flank. Looking to play him in. And this is Ibrahimovic. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, nice touch. Great vision. It's a good... He leaps for it! Thuram can get it clear. Bullet played out towards the right wing. And he's managed to get free. And here's Messi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Messi. And this is Gullit. And Gullit! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Just past the 40th minute mark. Not the most accurate pass. Seedorf getting forward. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Hoeneß, defending of the desperate variety. Now that is commitment to the cause. Hoeneß with the short one. Now this could be a chance. And this is Roberto Carlos! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Botafogo really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And it's Roberto Carlos. Varane gets it clear. And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So the action resumes.
Botafogo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Just eases him off the ball. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Eto'o. And that has left him in a heap. Nesta is very much of the non-shall pass school of defending. And here's Ibrahimovic. Is there any support? He might not need it. And he's there to get it away. Hernes. Eto'o. Shoots! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Messi. It's Seedorf. Platini. And it's Michel Platini. And Araujo. Hernes. He is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Hernes. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Can he get it through? And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's heaved it away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Seedorf. Looking for the run. Oh, that's... And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Camisa 20. Camisa
He's hit it long.
14. Camisa
And it's
22.
Cruyff. Well, this is certainly a game where the scoreline does not reflect the action. How it has stayed 0-0, nobody can quite understand. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Teremos uma substituição.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Aims beyond the defence. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. And this is Hullet. Lahm. Swung over. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Hoisted in. And the keeper beats it away. Oh, he's been caught napping! Botafogo claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Substituição em andamento.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And it's made its way to him. He won't be happy with that one. Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's shifting through the gears here. Ferdinand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Threads one in. Hazard. No, it's come to nothing.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And they've got a throw. Araujo. Oh, good spread. And it's Lam. Now it's Hullet. Lam has it out wide and in space. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Araujo. Nesta. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Hullet. And here's Bale. Roberto Carlos. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is good alertness. Could be danger here. Real chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Botafogo look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left?
Great chance! Deftly away. That's that, the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Azar taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Botafogo have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Botafogo really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result, and congratulations to them.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. Nicely intercepted. Out towards the flank. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chooses to go crossfield. And it's Messi. Threads one in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Lahm charging forward down that flank. Hernes. Nicely weighted ball. That has found him in acres of space. Oh, great leap!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Seedorf has the space to scheme. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a good run down the left. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Hernes is offering a right smile there.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. He's shifting through the gears here. Seedorf's delivery. Botafogo have their second corner now. He leaps for it. Oh, the ball's right, and he's following up. Oh, split-second reaction.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
And it's Vieira. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Botafogo are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
Seedorf, and this is Hullet. Real chance! And no, just off target. Ended up in no man's land. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Platini. Rummenigge. He is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Lahm. And it's Seedorf. And Seedorf! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Seedorf certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. Araujo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mbappe. Hernes. Big chance! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
He's onside.
Foram indicados
That is
2
good.
minutos de
Super
acréscimo.
running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Defending was strong and firm. And here's Hullet. Messi takes the shot. But he's left disappointed. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Botafogo really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Botafogo leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Botafogo definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Well-timed, excellent interception. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Ibrahimovic. And the ball's come loose here. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Platini plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos, that's a shade optimistic. Lahm. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. Hernes is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Seedorf. Botafogo are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And it's Ibrahimovic. Sepahan needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Caresses it through. Vieira.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming. Oh, what a mistake! He is through here. Shot a goal! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Carlos clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
He's on it. Can he get away? Platini puts the ball in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
substituição no time do Botafogo.
So we have movement on
Camisa
both
21,
benches.
Camisa 20, camisa 14,
That has not gone well.
camisa 22.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice
Camisa
just now.
9, camisa 4, camisa 42.
Yaya
Teremos
Touré.
uma substituição.
Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, he's having a go! There is the genius of Luis Suarez! A finish of true class! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that
Aos
so
27
often.
minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 9.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Knocks it out wide. Ibrahimovic. But they've got it again. Opts for safety. And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
The ball has bounced loose now, and it's Yaya Touré. Mateus.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nesta. Araujo. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That is good strength. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played into the box.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Yaya Touré, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him.
Foram indicados
he cuts
2
out the
minutos
supply.
do acréscimo.
Van Dijk. Bale. Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. He's in a great position here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Araujo spots it and intercepts. And it's Messi.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
Been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
He's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Looks to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Araujo played out towards the right wing. Varane gets over and intercepts. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the counter is on. Now that looks a decent ball. Rafael Varane.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Great ball if he can get there. Shot a goal! It's, oh, what has happened here? And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hoeneß goes short. Very nicely done. Roberto Carlos delivers. Oh, he's been caught napping. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. That has been cut short. He's got away. Space for him to turn and look. He's having a shot! Goal! Botafogo! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be...
Takes a shot! Brilliant save from... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward.
Botafogo really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
And that has left him in a heap. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Van Dijk gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Seedorf aims beyond the defence. Messi. Now it's Gullit. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And it's Seedorf. Spread out to the left. Tries to cross. Looking for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Hoeneß with the short one. And now a sudden chance to count. Roberto Carlos! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
5 minutes till the break. Seedorf. Well, that is one way to stop him. Can he get on the end of this? And he's intervened well there. Van Dijk. Roberto Carlos. That's a good foray he's making. Roberto Carlos flings in across. Bellingham. Gullit. Oh, easy pickings there. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Botafogo leading by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Botafogo just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Botafogo leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And Messi! Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. And now the breakaway. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hoeneß making good progress on the right-hand side. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's got away from it. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bellingham, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hoeneß being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that's a good-looking ball. Time and again they are repelled. Roberto Carlos. He has found the way through. Played in by Roberto. Oh, good effort! And there's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So we have
Camisa
movement on
21,
both benches.
Camisa 20.
So that's two now
Camisa
without reply.
14.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Can he finish?
Camisa 9. Camisa 10.
And the pass is intercepted.
Camisa 42.
Bellingham
Substituição.
takes a shot! Goal! Back to within 1. Interesting. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Teremos uma substituição.
Sepahan making further changes here and in quick succession. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Elects to cross. Chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tries to pass it through. That's good play. Played out wide. Threads one in. Rafael Leao picks it up out wide. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Cruyff finding himself in space. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Ibrahim. Shoots! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played into the box. And that has been cleared.
Sepahan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Bale. Now, can they get him away? And a chance! Well taken goal. Do not write them off. Back they come.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Camisa 7. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 23.
Botafogo are making a change now. Azar gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Sepahan really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Substituição em andamento.
So, third quarter of the game. Bale plays it short. And it's Azar. Azar! And that's a real chance missed.
Hazard fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
So the fourth quarter of the game. And it's been taken short.
There's a real...
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he's going to have his name taken. It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. What a throw in. Nice control. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! And how did he not put that away? They're up to 5 corners now. Araujo attempts a clearance. Rafael Leao. Good play on the left-hand side here. Could go all the way here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
We expected better, and so did he.
Minutos de acréscimo.
Mateus running with the ball. It's Bale! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Sepahan found the way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is there left, including stoppages?
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's in one-on-one. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Botafogo may have thrown this away at the death. Buffon to save this spot kick and his team. Brilliant save from Buffon! That is lovely. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Botafogo did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Botafogo definitely struggled to get going.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the... Can he finish? Oh, good effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Knocks it into space. Takes a shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Sepahan finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Lahm plays it short. Very nicely done. Lahm plays it in. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hoeneß. Oh, that's a fine interception. Botafogo leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Oh, what a ball! Messi, Rummenigge. That's the keeper's ball. And here's Hullet. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. He has found the way through. And here's Ibrahimovic. Botafogo already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some, taken back almost at once. And it's Bellingham. Oh, this is a great position.
Botafogo always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
Oh no, he's got that wrong. Lofted in. Header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Botafogo have their second corner now. Lahm with the short one. Lahm delivers. And that has been cleared. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's looking wide. Looking to play him in. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most... And Yaya Toure! Lahm. That's tidy. Lahm. Hones! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Vieira.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bellingham, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Vieira. And here's Eto'o. Oh, strongly challenged there. Now that looks a decent ball, and it's Eto'o. Gullit. Just past the 40th minute mark. Nice sequence of passes, this. Ibrahimovic could move up a gear here. Roberto Carlos, and he welcomes it in. Araujo cuts it out. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
The chance for a shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring! Absolutely! And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Botafogo sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So off we go again. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus. Nice interception, well timed. Yaya Toure. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played. Mateus. Ball's played through. Now it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Gullit. Roberto Carlos. Eto'o with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. And it's Gullit. Mateus. Good driving run. It's a good ball out wide. Deftly away. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's gone looking for safety.
Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them.
Messi, nicely weighted. He's having a shot! And no mistake! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Sepahan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Camisa 8. Substituição no time do Botafogo. camisa 9, camisa 20, camisa 14.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Deixando o
Shift
campo
in momentum,
para a entrada
perhaps.
de
What a
camisa
difference a
10,
half-time rocket from the manager can
camisa
make. This is
18,
exactly the
camisa
response
4,
he'd be looking for.
Camisa 22.
Mateus. Bellingham. Just about up to the hour now. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Gullit. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Sepahan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Lahm. Bellingham is the team's great visionary. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, split! It's a loose ball. What a throw in.
Substituição em andamento.
Pedri and Araujo. Rafael Varane, always a very imposing presence at the back. Seedorf. And it's Vieira. Pedri. Here's Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And smartly reclaimed. And Cruyff! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And it's Roberto Carlos.
Sepahan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Lahm. And here's Azar. Azar being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Pedri. And it's Bale. Nesta. Pedri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bale. And now the breakaway. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Botafogo, moments now away from seeing this one out. He is through here.
Botafogo really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Ibrahimovic. That's very neat. He's got away.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
E
So
são
there it
disponíveis
is.
os
What struck you
balcões
most
ao lado
about that?
dos portões.
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, great leap!
Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Pedri. And Araujo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That has not gone well. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pedri, looking to play him in, and he's quick to return it. Oh, really cute, what a lovely series of passes.
Roberto Carlos finds himself offside.
And it's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Lovely feet.
Now here's the delivery.
Roberto Carlos can get it clear. Messi.
Very much a man of this moment. Rummenigge. Looking for options for movement. Big chance! It's there! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Sepahan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic, chance for a shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And here's Roberto Carlos. Oh, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Shapes to shoot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. Botafogo are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Araujo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's intervened well there. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
And the shot! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
He's having a shot!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. They get a throw in.
Chance, surely!
And he's really put himself on the line here.
It's their second corner of the game.
Roberto Carlos goes short.
Sepahan have the chance to go the other way. And he's gone long. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Ibrahimovic. And it's Vieira. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Searching pass he's played there.
Pedri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Looking for the run. Bellingham. That's going up front in a hurry.
Seedorf. And it's Roberto Carlos. Seedorf.
Can see things others simply cannot.
There's the shot! Goal! Botafogo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
You don't keep those out. He just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
It's played through for him. He's found some decent chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Botafogo really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Araujo.
Pedri,
The magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling.
Rummenigge, played out wide.
Can he finish?
It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time.
Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy.
So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Botafogo are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 21. Camisa 20.
Down to business again.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10.
Botafogo do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Surely he can't miss. Great chance! Oh, they could be caught out here. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Hoeneß with the short one. He is just caressing the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And now they can spring out of defence. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sepahan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Seedorf. Now it's Seedorf. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pedri. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Not the most accurate pass. Yeah. Opts for safety. Hoeneß looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
He's being urged, and he shoots! And he's stuck it away! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Well, the ball's gone astray. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Bellingham driving forwards. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. And he's worked it through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now it's Gullit. Lahm. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, and Gullit! Oh, he's been caught napping. Shoots! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Gullit. And they've switched it over to the other side. Roberto Carlos. That ball looks a good one. Didn't quite work for him. Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Araujo. Well, we expected better, and so did he. That ball looks a good one. Real chance! Well taken goal. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Substituição em andamento.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Cruyff. And it's Roberto Carlos. Knocks it into space.
That's good play from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Yaya Toure. Bale. And there goes the final whistle. Botafogo have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Bale claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Botafogo definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.